The question of how these immigrants are to be taught speaks to the very purpose of our educational system. Are we to follow the principles of Mann and Webster and the others who saw Americanization as the very purpose of education, or do we embrace a form of multiculturalism? While many insist that English should be the official language of the country, not all agree on how best to ensure that immigrant students learn to speak the language while they simultaneously navigate the bewildering customs and requirements of both an unfamiliar culture and a new system of education. Some advocate a total immersion in the new language, essentially a sink or swim approach in which recent immigrants attend classes full-time in which only English is spoken. Others recommend an ESL pull-out program, in which ESL students are removed from regular classes for a portion of the day while they receive specialized instruction in English. We're now in the midst of a period of socio-political upheaval in which some question the legitimacy of assimilative intents, while others argue that it's the duty of the schools to help immigrants assimilate, by which they mean become Americanized. The former group sees value in a multicultural, diverse society, while the latter believes that those who arrive in America should become Americanized as soon as possible and feel that it's the duty of the schools to aid in that effort. American society is an unabashedly capitalist one, and just as in the era of Taylor's scientific management schools, and the people that run them, fund them, and legislate them, tend to view the world of business as a sort of Darwinian touchstone. Economic success, many feel, is an indication of competence, of just reward gained from hard work, intellectual astuteness, and dedicated effort. This view is reflected in the way we run our schools. School superintendents, for example, are expected to run their districts like businesses. They are CEOs as much as they are educators. Entrusted with budgets in the millions or billions of dollars, the annual budget for the Los Angeles Unified School District is over $7 billion. Stakeholders, including parents and school board members, want to see that money spent wisely, though not all agree on what wisely means. Thus, school leaders are working to add to the classroom skills and technologies that can prepare students for a highly technological world market. Many districts are recruiting superintendents from the ranks of business people, and consumer-based and for-profit models of schooling, including charter schools, voucher plans, homeschooling, and more, are challenging the traditional public school monopoly. There are many other examples of the socioeconomic impact on and of education, but one that should not be forgotten is the plight of what some have called the invisible people. These are the homeless among us, unhoused or underhoused. We have in our classroom students who may not know what or if they'll eat that day or where or if they'll sleep that evening. The number of homeless students is increasing. During the 2016-2017 school year, well over 1 million public school students in the United States were homeless. That's a 70% increase over the past 10 years. Not surprisingly, many of them struggle in school. Remember Maslow's hierarchy. It's difficult for a student to pursue higher goals when his or her primary needs, food, shelter, safety, remain unmet. It's understandable that students might find it difficult to concentrate on Shakespeare or algebra when they may not have eaten that morning or may sleep on the streets that evening. One result is that the national average graduation rate for homeless students is just 64%, compared to 84% for all students. On the other hand, considering what they're contending with, that 64% figure is impressive. As educators, we deal with a number of students with various problems, many of them quite serious, but trying to teach students who are not sure where they will sleep that night is surely among the most difficult and heart-rending tasks we face. There is a tension that exists between doing things the way we've always done them and striking out in a new direction. It's a truism in education and elsewhere that it's pointless to continue doing something simply because that's the way we've always done it. But it's also unhelpful to do something new simply because it is new. But our approach to education has changed over the years, with new ideas tempered by the experiences of the past, and past approaches informed by new developments in pedagogy, technology, and society.